and we'll chat when I get there. So let's see what they've been up to lately. You think they've missed us enough to put up a table on a regular day? Let's go see. It's kind of late. I don't have any cash monies for him. It's pretty good. I learned to play the guitar eons ago. I think it was 8th grade. My kids have my guitar now because I can't play it anymore. Funny how fast you can forget something like that. Alright, now I can never tell from here. So yeah, my time said 4:30. I couldn't wait that long. The problem is when you're setting up ahead of time, you only get the 5-minute mark. So 25 or 30. And I was at 4:26 when I was ready to hit the time. I don't see a table today. I guess I'm only doing that on Fridays. I only ever see them have a Dianetics table up on Friday. I'm thinking about freaking them out and buying one of their Dianetics books Friday. I don't want to pay $30 for it because I want to check the difference in my book versus their book. We'll see how long I can go. The place I usually stop to go tinkle, their amenities were out of order. Oh, no big table. They still got that little table. Gave up on the tablecloth, it looks like. Wonder why. Can't even put the nice tablecloth. Oh, the doors are open. Watch this. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say hi. Because I've been gone for so long. Watch this. Oh, the blinds are already down. Looks like they just opened the doors back up. So, hi, I'm back. Miss me? I've been gone. But I'm back now. Woohoo! So somebody must have been here before me. Because their stuff's all closed up. It looked like they just opened the door. That was hilarious. Because I'm coming up and I didn't see the door open. Then I saw it open somebody's arm. So I think they were just opening from somebody else. I'll bet Hitzel or somebody was here. Alrighty, who might be here? There I am. I'm excited today, Scooter Mom. Hi, Susan. Yep, I almost skipped all the way here, but things would have probably broke if I'd have done that. If I'd have done that, things would not be good. But I was like, yeah, I'm here finally. I was supposed to be here yesterday. Hey, Sue. Yep. That was the fastest closing ever. It was closed before I got here. Maybe. Well, they had a couple minutes, but I bet somebody else was here. Because that's the only time they're ever closed before I get here. Honestly don't think OSA worries about my little channel. They miss you, they know you, they missed you, they did. Yes, they did. They missed me. I know they missed me. It's been almost 3 weeks. I'm back. They probably thought I was gone for good. Haha, psych! Surprise them. But I'm back now. Letting everybody know that this is a human trafficking cult. They take your passport when you're from another country so you can't escape.
Kind of like a buffet,
OSA should be scared. They should be scared. Oh my, Sue. Oh my. How well did you fare? Yeah, I hope not too much. I watched Natalie's show on the way here when she had Cheryl on and stuff, and I was watching Dusty last night. What worries me the most is all the dang tornadoes after. That's the one reason my husband said we will never look at Florida, because you have hurricanes and tornadoes at the same time. No. You're brave for living there, I gotta say. Brave, very brave. But yeah, I'm back. I was trying to think of a song, but I can't. Have power, clean up from hell. Yeah. Yeah. We only have tornadoes here, and lucky enough, we've been in our spot for 30 years. And there's a trailer park at the end of my street that's been there since 1962 with no damage. It always seems to go around us. I think it's the lay of the land. It goes on the flat ground around us, and we're kind of in a hilly section. Yeah, we're glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm glad that today's really nice. Sandy and Cheryl were on Natalie this morning, and they said it's like the nicest day y'all have had in 9 months. That's good for people without power, at least. They're not baking. Man, she was explaining how hot it is when you guys come out. It's like Texas, only more humid. I mean, I don't come outside for 8 months of the year. I have this year, but only in the shade and only for a couple hours. I mean, I have that AC on all the way home. There have been days during this summer where I literally walked in the door straight to the bathroom and got in the shower because I was so overheated still after an hour and a half drive and just, sweaty mess. Clouds and 77. Well, you know, there's always a silver lining. At least you don't have to die while you're cleaning up. Well, you don't want one of those.
Yeah, I know that they're crazy.
Go ahead. Just don't give them your real information. he's going in to troll them. I appreciate you listening. Yeah, I don't know, most of you know that I've been gone probably 3 weeks, I think. Almost. More than 2. 2 full weeks. And Hitzel said she wasn't able to make it as much as possible. And of course, I caught like 5 minutes of Selfless and Pearl Snappy talking about their court cases. And it sounds like they have a really good lawyer now. Thank goodness that wants to take this, because it's real. I don't care what the charges are. It's a human rights violation. It's a civil rights violation to try to charge them for bullcrap while protesting. And I hope their lawyer sounds good. They have to win. They have to win so they know they can't do this again. Yeah, Traveling Panda. Oh gosh, almost 3 weeks. So yesterday I was supposed to come. So I'll update you. Hi. So I was supposed to get a root canal last week. I go into that dentist. They sent me to another dentist, even though they did root canals at their office, because they said it was too close to the nerve. So I was like, okay. I go in there and spend almost just under $200 to find out they can't do the root canal because that tooth is cracked. That's why it was infected. I'll just say, we're all adults here. It was gross. Well, they put me on antibiotics the week before. So the antibiotics were over. And it's back, if it ever left all the way. And so I was supposed to be here Wednesday. Tuesday night to Wednesday, I got no sleep. It was really bad. I woke up like every half hour. And I just couldn't do it. And I didn't even want to update. I wasn't going to be here because I didn't want just in case they're watching, I wanted to throw them off a little. So I was feeling good today. I said, okay, I'm going today. But literally like a half an hour before I got here, it started. It's okay. It's not. It's like a tenth of what it was a couple weeks ago. So, and I brought my Oragel, so we're good. And I'm already on pain meds for my back, so they didn't really give me anything for that because I'm already on. But I have been supplementing with Tylenol and ibuprofen, which I haven't had any today. I need to take some. So that's my update of what's been going on personally. I assume Hitzel or somebody was here earlier because everything was closed up. And it looked like they were open because they only had the one door open, and I saw an arm. So it's hard to see from down the block. It looked like they were starting to open the door, and I showed up Because, I was hoping the doors would be open so I could talk to him longer. I was going to be like, hi, did you miss me? I haven't forgot about you. I'm back. I was going to have this whole conversation. And they were like, bam! They was ready. And I've got a sponsor on this video. She gave me a Cash App like last month and said to let her know if I got it, her or the other one. There was a couple people. It wasn't them two together. She gave me enough for 2 trips. So 2 of these videos will be sponsored by her. And then there was somebody else. And I should grab one of those because they might have an updated schedule, because all their stuff that was on the schedule before is over. So let me go get one. Let me turn this around. I'm gonna get one without the pen because I'm told the pen sucks. So let's take one. So I'm gonna take one. Oh, I don't want one with a pen. I just want the papers. So I just want the papers. Let's see what we got here. Because they had like a schedule in it last time of upcoming events. Let's see what they got this time. So they always have, no, they had it turned around to the open mic night, even though this is really supposed to be the front. It's just a thing that holds the papers. So another pamphlet that I have a box of. All are welcome at this weekend's open house. So that's what they're giving out now. Join us for TV night, TV watch parties. So take a front row seat for some of the most inspiring and feel-good shows on television. How much you want to bet that's going to be a Scientology movie? There's no way they're going to... Oh, here we go. Upcoming events. Oh, and I wanted this toxic test. They had it before. It's in my stuff. Okay, what's this? Let's see. What do we got here? Open mic night. So look, now that was for Wednesday, September 25th. This is October. Are you limited by your past experience? Find out. Buy and read Dianetics. All right, where's the one I want? Oh, the events. If this is the old events, then they haven't even updated it. They haven't. Oh, they've got one thing on the list for 12 October, CCHR Open House, World Mental Health Day. Well, I'll be here for that too, because that's Friday, right? This is the 10th. No, that's tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow for sure, I think. I like to come on Friday night if I can. So, I appreciate the heads up. Hi.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I get a lot of those, a lot of thumbs up. I got them on the way here. Oh, I was getting set up down the street. This guy says, yeah, Germany said Germany doesn't like them. They don't like them in Germany or something like that. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, he said the United States should follow suit. And I said, yeah, we're trying to get Congress to look into this. And he goes, good, do some more work. And I said, we are. He was, they're always walking by us while they're talking. So it's pointed this way. He just went the wrong way. So hang on just a second. Your leader, David Miscavige, drives a $200,000 Bentley and you make $200 a week. Make that make sense. Have I been muted this whole time? Or just a few minutes? Because when I switched sides, the mute is right below that. I may have accidentally hit it when I switched. So, whoops. Whoops. Okay, when I switched back to me, or back and forth, that's what happened. Okay, yeah. I accidentally hit it when I hit the flip button. I gotta be careful. I've done that before. All right, let's go back. But yeah, when I see, I've told you guys before, when I see kind of a crowd coming, okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Because I knew you guys had heard me earlier. I'll say stuff like that I know probably the people inside don't care that much about, but that will maybe prick their ears. They're making $200 a week. Their leader drives a Bentley, kind of like regular people, what they would think was weird. Like they wouldn't, like people walking by won't understand, some of the Scientology stuff, but they'll definitely understand things like they take their passports, or they only make $200 a week and their leader is rich, and that kind of stuff. So sometimes that stuff is for the passerbys. I was worried that my phone might get too hot. I threw it in the cooler on the way here for a little while, because if I don't have to hotspot, I don't want to, because that other phone is giving me issues. No matter what I do, it wants to be vertical. I'm here now. I'm starting to calm down a little. Had coffee on the way here, and I'm excited to be back. And it's only 22% humidity. It's 94. Feels like 94, which means the humidity is low. So there's no like 94. It feels like 100. 94, only 22% humidity, which is awesome, but there's no breeze. It's a slight, tiny breeze. If there was a bigger breeze, it would be perfect. But I'm in so much shade this late in the day that it's awesome. Okay, here, I'm going to say something else. Hold on. Your leader, David Miscavige, eats gourmet sushi while you eat beans and rice. Make that make sense. So, now it's still hot for October though, even for Texas. But this is why, my AC shut off a couple nights, and it still hasn't shut off. I keep it on 75, and that's how much it has to work. And as soon as the weather, we're like, as soon as the weather breaks, we're gonna fix the roof. As soon as the weather breaks, we're gonna paint the house. As soon as the weather breaks, we're waiting on it to cool off. Since my husband's hernia, he cannot handle the heat. He went out and did the brakes one day, midsummer, and got heat exhaustion and almost passed out. And this is a guy, literally, that spent 17 years outside at the motor pool on the base in the heat. Hey, Irish, how are you? I'm back in Austin, finally. I'm excited. There's no fall anymore. No, pretty much, it's always been summer, winter. There's literally only maybe a handful of days where you can like open your windows, let the breeze in, because it's either too hot or it's too cold. So that's what usually happens around Halloween. It just goes, wow, cold, here you are. It's under 50 degrees. It'll go from summer to 50 degrees. And I know 50 degrees doesn't sound that bad, but I've been here for 30 years, and we whine when it gets to 50 degrees. I'm from up north. I used to wait on the bus in like 20-degree weather with my coat open and no scarf, no gloves. Of course, I was young and we don't care about that stuff, but it didn't bother me. Now, I tried to go back during Christmas one year and I got deathly ill. I got super, super ill. My tonsils swelled up. They were touching. I was in bed for 3 days. My grandmother had to take care of me and my kids. Because I went without my husband. He was gone that year. He was somewhere for Christmas. But we didn't do that again for a long time. So my daughter, she went up as a teenager, like early teenager, like 14 or 13. And they thought she was nuts because it was 70 out and she had a sweater on. She's like, this is like autumn for us. She's like, it's, you know, it's normally 96 degrees. Hey, girl, what's up? It's later in the day, so I'm not seeing. I should, you know what? I forgot how late it is. I should have been over there on the corner. Like, I like to move over there near the students more. I should do it. Well, if I'm still here, what time does the night shift usually come in? Does anybody know? The high in Arkansas and my house is 80 and low 49. Oh, I'm so jealous, Susan. So jealous. Oh, I want out of here. I wanted to go to Oregon. My husband won't do it because he's worried about gun laws because he's a big, you know, he was in the Army, he's in security, he's in armed security. So I said, okay. He said, what about Idaho? And I was like, yeah, Idaho would be good. There's a section of Idaho I know about because I know somebody that, because military, sometimes they have a house somewhere else and they rent it while they're serving. And they said they have a house in Idaho they're going to go back to. It's called the Banana Belt, I guess, where, because we already know Oregon doesn't get very cold because it's got a rainforest on the eastern half. So Idaho has an area where, even though it's that far north, it doesn't get horrible winters, like horrible snow, horrible winters. So we're looking at around Boise, actually. We just need a home base because by then we're going to be full-time RV. We just want like a home base to like relax sometimes. So yeah, I really should. You know what? I'm gonna move, you guys. Because look at, see, this is what I'm missing. You see all that? You know what? They can hear me. Hold on. I'm gonna be loud. Hang on just a second. All right, let's do this. Sorry, I didn't warn you guys. I'm so sorry about that. I get sick. Okay, let's see. What's one? I didn't bring my notebook. Yeah, they're gone now. I have all that stuff written down you guys gave me. Yeah, the thing, if we ever rent our house out, I'm literally going to have to drop their rent $100 a month for July and August at least. Because the electric bill is ridiculous. That's my plan. Because our house needs better insulation. The only way to do that is to take all the walls off. I'm going to find the whitest, brightest white. There's a white out there that they've engineered that Absorbs no light. It's so reflective. That's what my house needs. And we're going to do a white metal roof instead of dark shingles. That's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on the weather to change to put on a whole new roof. But it's too hot. You can't do anything in the summer. I don't know how these people work in the summer in construction and stuff. Holy crap. I don't know how they do it. I would die. And I don't understand people coming down here to go to school. Except that they're not really here like June, July, and part of August. Lori Marie, hello. Okay, we got a big crowd coming. Let's see. Oh, this class is letting out. Oh my gosh, I need to say something good while they're here. Your leader, David Miscavige, gets handmade Italian shoes while you make $50 a week and eat beans and rice. Make that make sense. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, those silly things are actually more for people walking by. Because ex-members have told me they really don't care what David Miscavige is doing. So, but I still say it. You know, you never know. One of them in there might be like really tired of, because they're not making any money in here. So they're probably not eating very well. But that's the Sea Org. We know there's a couple of Sea Org in here. I've seen them. Ooh, really? Ooh. So what happened to me, Diane, I don't know if that's why I haven't been here. I've had teeth problems. So I go to the second dentist to get my root canal last week, and I paid $193 to find out, no, he can't do a root canal. It's actually cracked. The first dentist didn't catch it. So I haven't called the other dentist to go back in yet to have it pulled completely, because I'm trying to get the other one that was pulled the week before healed before I get the other one out. So, but I need new antibiotics. So good luck. I know, Diana. Gosh, you don't think until it happens how bad a toothache can be. Oh my gosh. I feel you. How many do you have to get taken care of? Oh, I know. I'm learning to eat with my front teeth. 3. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. That's a lot. Well, Jello and soup have been my friend. Okay, we got quite a few coming by here. I need to say some stuff. Signs of human trafficking. Living with employer. Scientology check. Taking of ID documents like passports. Scientology check. What else? Living in substandard conditions. Scientology check. Signs of human trafficking. Cannot speak with the person alone ever. Scientology check. Rehearsed answers. Scientology check. Signs of physical or emotional abuse. Scientology check.
I'm just gonna wait till that's done.
Signs of human trafficking. If they have taken your passport, you can leave. There is help. Oh yeah, I recognize him. I didn't look that hard. Is that NOI guy that came after me though that last time? Because he's usually always in black. Oh, let him. Just let him. Let me get my cane out. So I've got the sign to my left, my tripod in front, and my yeah, I know, and my wagon, and then my tree. The only place they can get me is right behind me, which I can see in the window. So if you look in the window, you can see my setup. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard. Let me move this over a little so you can see. I'm moving the camera, don't look. So if you look, the sign's right there, then my tripod. Where the sign is my wagon, and I have this tree. I'm good. Yeah, I wish you could come too. I know. I'm turning it again. I don't know why I'm turning the whole dang tripod, because I'm an idiot. Well, I did need to straighten it, but still.
It's in the notes. But like they'll ask you like, why was it?
We'll keep him in our sights. How's that? Yeah, there's a lot of students going by. Oh no, that's not the NOI guy. That's okay. Hold on just a second. Okay. I need to take my Tylenol off. It's gonna freeze in Pennsylvania. Can I come? I can't believe it. In October? That's kind of early. I'm from Ohio, so Ephrata. That's the place I was trying to think of months ago that my mom and my sister moved to in Pennsylvania for a little while. My sister went to Ephrata High School. I think I got it right. Does that sound right, Diana? There are 2 foundations that will help you escape. SPTVfoundation.org. They'll get you a plane ticket, an apartment, a job, a GED, because we know you don't have education. Anywhere you want to go. It's another one people have to think, why would there be 2 foundations to help people escape a religion? Nobody else has that. There's no other religion that has 2 foundations that help them escape. So that ought to prick your interest a little bit. What do you think? Never heard of it. Compared to LA, that sidewalk is so clean. It's big. I think that's why it's cleanish as far as like debris. I think there's a machine that comes through here. But the smells sometimes I get, because we do get quite a bit of transients in the summer, which I don't understand why. You would think we would get them more in the winter. Yeah, we keep, my husband was at the thrift store. Well, it's not really a thrift store. It's a store he goes to all the time. They buy storage spaces. He goes there like at least once every couple of weeks to look at tools, because they're only open 3 days a week. And one of the guys that works there was in his unit when they're both retired. Anyway, he came home with a blanket, a fleece blanket, that for something I said wouldn't work. I said, we'll just keep it in the car for when it gets cold. because where he works, he's always from midnight to, no, not midnight, from 10 to 6 in the morning. Half of his night is spent just driving around downtown Waco to different locations. And of course, he knows some by name. So, because when he worked North Austin, he would get, there was a homeless woman that showed up, because when it freezes here, sometimes we call it the Great Blue Northern. There's no warning. And this woman had on a halter top and jeans and sandals, and it had gotten to freezing. And so in winter, any extra jackets we might have, or sweat jackets or anything like that, we try to keep in the car for things like that, because they will set up warming centers, but that sometimes it's too fast. They don't realize it's going to happen that quick. It's so cold here last night. I wore a hoodie with a hood up. Oh, see, I don't even own any sweatshirts, because we don't go outside when it's too cold. We don't go outside when it's too hot. And the few days that you could wear a sweatshirt, I just get too hot. I layer. I just wear sweat jackets so I can take them off. I don't wear hoodies or sweat jacket or sweatshirts. They have to be able to take them off. And in the summer, I carry a sweat jacket in my car, or light jacket, because everybody's got their AC full blast, so you go into anywhere and you're freezing. But yeah, Ephrata, it's small. I think it's near, I'm not sure where it is. I can't look it up right now. No big deal. I wasn't involved in that. I was living in California. No, I was living here by then. The cold and the snow over hurricane every day. Yeah, well, we want to go back north. Now, see, my husband, when he was in the Army, he didn't want to go anywhere cold, because at the time he weighed like 120 pounds. He was small. He was 117 when he went in, when we dated in high school. So he didn't want to go anywhere cold because he would freeze. We were in California, and in the morning for PT it would sometimes get down to 60, and he'd be out there shivering so hard it wasn't funny. And the problem is, you have to wear what they give you, and if one person is missing a part of the uniform, even if it's a coat, everybody has to take theirs off too. You have to be uniform. Yeah, totally. He's like a cat. He hates water and he hates cold. So when we got stationed here, we had the chance to go somewhere else twice, and we elected to stay because he did not want to have to deal with winter. Originally we were supposed to go to Washington. He would have died. Now that he's a civilian and he can wear whatever he wants, he doesn't care where we go. If we go somewhere cold, he's like, that's fine, as long as I can wear whatever I want to wear to keep warm. And I'm the same way. When you're cold, you can put on more clothes. When you're hot, you can't take off any more clothes, or you would get arrested. Up north, 60 is a heat wave. I know. And I remember we went to the lake on Memorial Day in May, and his lips were blue. I was trying to teach him how to swim. No, he hates water and he hates cold. He's like, he's a cat. So, and I have said, if I'd have lived anywhere else but here the last 30 years, I think I would have been a much happier person, and my mental health would have been better, my physical health would have been better. Because I grew up outside. I grew up canoeing and camping and just all of that. And then we get here and you can't do it. It's too hot. I actually dropped. I was at 1490-ish, 1490 something. And when I have a gap like this, I lose. And I got down to 1460. So I've actually lost about 20 subscribers. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm actually not that picky about when I sub to somebody. I pretty much just stay subbed regardless. But So if I'm not out doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I lose. It happens every time. So it's okay. But yeah, I've been close to 1,500 for a while, so I might go vertical on Friday. Just to warn you, I'll be here for Friday night, like I have been. Yeah, I did unsub from one. Yeah, I did. Well, two. But the rest, if they're actively out there, like, working against Scientology, I'm leaving my subscription, whether I watch them or not. Because I don't watch everybody that's on the list. Nobody can. Oh, that sounds fun. We used to go to the high school football games even before my kids were in high school. I haven't even seen one of my Buckeye games this year. I don't have live TV. I'm going to have to see what... I might just have to upgrade my Hulu for a couple months to watch the last few games, and if they make the playoffs or VCS or whatever it is for college ball. I only watch my one team. It's senior night and we are undefeated. Woohoo! All right. Oh. SPTVfoundation.org, they have a lot of good information. That looked like a public, and I couldn't think of something. My back. I was hoping to be here late enough that I would see like so I got here at 4:30. I usually stay 2 hours, so 6:30. So that, I know on Friday nights a lot of people come in for graduation, but I also know on weeknights we see a lot of the night shift coming in or people coming back from dinner. So I'm gonna move over to the corner. Yep, first day back. It's been almost 3 weeks, I think. I know it's 2 full weeks. And I don't remember what my last day was the week before that. So, I mean, this is Thursday. It's probably a good 3 weeks. Yeah, when I walked up, it looked like they were just opening the door again because everything was closed. And I said, I'm back. Did you miss me? I wanted to say more, but they were quick to close the door. I was hoping they'd be sitting by the desk, and so we didn't get to work on my sign last week because hubby had to work his weekend. Hey, Indigo. Me too. Oh, she went in really quick. You know what? Everybody says that. So what I told my husband yesterday, I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna go get a tie-dye kit and a few t-shirts, and I'm gonna make a few different tie-dyes, and then I'm just gonna write SPTV on it or something. Better. So update, went to the second dentist last week to get the root canal. Spent $193 on the exam, a second exam. I've already paid for x-rays once. To tell me, oh, we can't do the root canal, your tooth is cracked, it will do no good. The first dentist didn't catch that, so we're gonna have a discussion about this $193 I had to spend. So it needs to be extracted. So I didn't go right back because I'm trying to get this one to heal more before I pull this one, but I need more antibiotics. The infection's back. That's why I said on my community page I'd be here yesterday, but Tuesday night, Tuesday morning, I got no sleep. It was acting up. Every 30 minutes I was waking up. But it was better today, that's why I was able to come. It kind of comes and goes. It's not near as bad as it was like the first week. So, not near as bad. Yeah, that's fine. I appreciate it. Send you one for Christmas. Oh, I could. maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll take orders. I'll make you a tie-dye with SPTV on it, or whatever you want. I was originally going to do, if you guys remember early on, I bought that army gear, and I was going to do Xenu's Army on it. That wasn't for them. It was for me and you guys. And I was going to get into cadences. My first cadence ended up being too long, and I never really got... Nora and Laura, I had sent them emails to help me with them, but I forgot to let them know I sent the email, and it got lost. So, I had a root canal in July, August. Ooh, I feel you. Luckily, they were able to fill my cavities and didn't have to pull any. Yeah. And I'm getting to where I'm losing. If they pull this tooth, I'll have lost all 3 molars. So I'll have to chew on this side. So that's why I'm waiting for this. This is getting pretty well healed, the one in the back here. Hi, Pippi. Oh, hello. I'm back. Good to see you. I haven't even seen you in the chats that much. At least the ones I'm on. We're probably on different ones. You know how it is. Oh, it's starting to hurt. I just took some Tylenol. Are they able to do fake? Yeah, we already had that way back 2 years ago. I started Invisalign after they pulled these teeth, and I got to number 12 of 17 trays, or you know, you upgrade every couple weeks. Thank you. And something happened, medical and stuff, and there was a couple months, and by the time I was able to go back to get my other trays, they'd shifted too much. Matter of fact, these lower teeth are more crooked than they were when I started, because everything was loose and they just all moved. And matter of fact, I thought this tooth wasn't even an infection. I thought it had moved and was just pushing on the nerve, and it did move. It was sitting so close to the nerve, they sent me to a special dentist. So I'm gonna have to start all over on the braces because they've moved too much. Yeah, all this crookedness here was not there. It wasn't that bad. Only this one tooth was pushed out. The rest of them weren't that bad. And I didn't even realize it until I started live streaming. And I was like, oh my gosh, what happened to my teeth? And I have chomped on my tongue a few times because they're all out of alignment. So I'm going to have to spend probably another $1,500 on starting over on, it's pointed to me, to start them all over. It's my fault. Then my husband got them, spent $2,500 on them originally. Invisalign is the most expensive, I found out. He never even started his. They're sitting there. And I'm like, dude, we could have bought a used car for that. You're going to do them. So, he's going to do that. And then, oh, so your original question, yes, we're doing implants. They're going to put, like, posts in or something and all that. And then the billing lady, not anybody else, while I was sitting there, she said to make sure I get this bone replacement thing that they do. That they can go in there and when they pull the tooth and like graft something in there to strengthen up the bone for the implants. And no one's ever mentioned that. The billing lady had to tell me. I know. Oh, we were to the point, can you just pull them all and give me dentures? But come to find out, that's really dangerous to do it all at once if you don't have to, because it causes a lot of infection and things like that. Because I was ready to just do that instead of dealing with all this. Yeah, I never heard of that either. She said it was fairly new. So I'm bringing that up to the dentist, and we'll see how expensive it is. We do have dental insurance, but it doesn't cover a lot. But it covers some. I saved $600 not getting the root canal because an extraction's way, way cheaper. Ooh, I got my bee friend. Just don't sting me. It was my fault that it stung me last time. I kind of smushed it on my leg by accident. Alright, let's turn around and watch, see if anybody's coming in. What time we have? 5:17. They're probably, what, leaving for dinner right about now?
There's no validating. There's no validating. If that is the case, then
It's getting shady enough, I think I can move over to the corner at least. Oh, good for you, Diana. I know being anemic is hard. I have gone anemic a couple of times. Good for you. I have always had low iron since I was in high school. It's not, it's borderline. I'm not anemic, but it's too low to get blood. So I bruise easy, and I eat ice, and I really only started that a couple years ago. Like, after I drink my ice water, I chew on the ice. That second dentist said I need to stop. I said, I know. It's actually a symptom of low iron. I didn't know that. That's weird. All right, we're going to move to the corner. I'm moving the camera, y'all. Look away. Look away. Look away. Oh. All right. I had the brake on. These brakes are hard to turn off. There we go. All right. There we go. And we're walking. We're walking. We're walking. Almost there. Don't look if you get motion sickness. I do. Okay, let's go. We go over here to the light pole so I can see both doors because we know they're sneaking in the other door. Let's set up. Oh, that's too far forward. You know what? We'll do this. I'm still moving. Don't look. Alright, we'll get behind the wagon so nobody can steal my stuff. The only thing I hate about right here is I'm on a slope. Ooh. I'm moving the camera some more. There we go. It's a little bit low, but it should be fine. Is it crooked for you guys? Alright, let's lower this side a little bit.
I don't even know how to describe it.
That should be a little bit straighter. Thanks. Hey, Bushman. What's up? Pretty good today. Hi. Are you waiting on somebody? Are you waiting on somebody? No problem. Yeah, it's hardly any humidity today. So 94 is nothing when there's no humidity. Now, I was listening to Cheryl talk about how humid it is in Florida for 9 months. They go through the same thing we do. You just can't go outside. So I was just saying I don't understand why people go to school here, but I realize they're not here like June, July, and part of August. So still, there's a lot of other places I think I'd go to college. I had a full academic scholarship to a tiny college in the middle of nowhere. Man, I wish I would have used it. But nobody told me about financing or student loans or anything like that. And I'm like, I can't commute 2.5 hours one way, and there's nowhere to get a job there to pay for an apartment. So nobody, not my school counselor, not the people that gave me the scholarship, nobody. And I never expected to be able to go to college. Nobody in my family had gone to college. So my husband's the first one to go to college, and he started when he was, well, he did some in the Army, but he really started full real college when he was like 41, 42 when he retired. Free college to grads with I don't know, but I didn't have no 3.5 because I never expected to go to college, so I didn't try. I did just enough to pass. My husband, who has ADD and did horrible in school, because he graduated a year after me, but we're the same age, because 6th grade, I think he got held back. He retired, got diagnosed with ADD. They started giving him the meds. He was going to get a bachelor's degree and was getting A's and B's in college. If he had known what that was, and my son, I know he has it too, but when he's 36 now, when he was a kid, we didn't know what it was. So he never got any help. And he's dealing with the VA now, and I told him, I said, you need to get looked at for that. Both my nieces could have gone to Bel Air College near St. Clairsville, but they were too bougie for that school. Oh, what I got was an ROTC academic scholarship. I went down, I had an interview with a board. They asked me questions. My ROTC unit went down, and they told me that I got an academic scholarship, but nobody told me how I was going to live. And it was so far away from anything. There was no like part-time job you could get to pay for your lodging. And I'm like, I don't have lodging. So I do regret a lot. I do regret not being able to take that. I would have done good because I didn't care in high school, but I cared. When I did care, I did all right. So, no, I never heard about that. That also might not have, I graduated in 87. Who knows if that was even a thing then. If it was, nobody told us. So I'm thinking it might not have been. Let me fix my sign. I'm not seeing anybody coming in yet. Yeah, I don't think it was a thing then either. Now, my son, who is using up the last not quite 2 years of his GI Bill, so he's going to have to pay for his school for 2 or 3 months at the end. And because he graduated in Texas, they do have something that will take over once his GI Bill is gone. This school he's going to for 24 months is like 50 grand. It's ridiculous. Luckily, what they did, so originally the GI Bill was you got a certain amount of money. And once it was gone, it was gone. Now, they don't have a cap on the amount you can spend. It's time. I think it's like 4 years. So he did 2 like 1-year schools before trades that he didn't end up going in. So this one's 24 months, and it'll be the end of his GI Bill. My husband hasn't used up all his. And side note that I didn't know until, we were in the Army, my husband can give me or one of his kids part of his GI Bill. Of which he still has some left, and you have a time limit of when you can use it when you retire. So we haven't found out what the cap is on that yet. Because he's thinking about if we can move into the RV and rent our house, which is my goal. We're going to work really hard this winter to get some stuff done. I'm ready. I'm done. I cannot keep up with that house. I cannot keep it clean. I keep one room clean and another room goes to crap. I'm looking at possibly putting a sign out for a young person to come in and help me for $12 to $15 an hour. Because I had a caretaker for 6 years that did that for me. But she was 63 when she started with me, so eventually she couldn't do it anymore. And I felt bad. That was when I was really, really bad and really bedridden and couldn't do anything at all. So I can do some now, but it's too much. So we have a really nice big camper that I just want to move into. I'm ready. I'm ready to sell everything except the family heirlooms, which will go into climate controlled storage. Because my kids, neither one of them has lit down long enough for me to give them any of the family heirlooms. They're constantly getting rid of all their stuff and doing something else. And so I'm like, I can't give them to them yet. I have like an antique desk with a leather top. I've got a drop leaf table with 2 chairs, so it's big items. Tennessee is the same way. If you have a 3.5 GPA, you can go to a community college for free. Well, that's awesome. My nephew did, but his sister was too bougie. She went to a top Tennessee school. Well, of course. My husband was going to Central Texas College. Central Texas College is I guess it's like a community college, but they really geared towards the military. They literally have CTC classes on like the ships when they're out to sea, and they're at most of the military bases, or a lot of them. That guy is smoking with the door open. You see him there on the balcony? SBTVFoundation.org. Give them a call. Oh, that bee went in my ear. Ooh, I hope he doesn't sting me. Hey, Gary, what's up? I'm just being loud because he's far away. Bushman, do you guys not have to be 9 feet away from a door to smoke? Yeah, I think so. They're pretty on top of that. Scientology doesn't care. They don't follow the rules. Gosh, you don't know how happy I was when that happened, because I remember going to Applebee's and they had a smoking section. And I'm kind of allergic to it. Oh, I know. When our town passed, because I used to go to the club when I was in my 20s here. We had an awesome dance club that had 3-level floor that was lit up. It was so fun. And I would lose my voice for 3 days. And I never knew why. It took me years to find out it was because of the cigarette smoke. So, and that's when I found out I had asthma. So I had to stay away from it. Clip that and send it to the health board. I might. I might. Just for the heck of it. That's a good idea. See, where are we? 104? Okay. Yeah, a lot of them are really pushing that anymore because they know how dangerous it is. Well, see, for years and years, I thought I eat healthy. I mean, I know I'm overweight. We've gone into that before. It's not due to food. It's from medication that made me gain weight. But, so I eat so healthy. I do think I take supplements. I used to exercise 6 days a week before I got sick. And so I thought I'm good. And then they came out with this secondhand smoke. And I grew up in the 70s with 2 parents that smoked 2 packs each day. In the car, in the house, till I was 17 years old. I'm like, oh great, 17 years, I'll probably get lung cancer. Is that near Westerville, Ohio? Which part, which thing? Back in the day, the Kings went to the Armadillo. Oh! Was it in Dallas? Oh no, this was here in Texas. When I went to the club back home, it was on the east side of Columbus. I don't even remember what it was called. No, I had family that lived in Westerville. Matter of fact, I went to Westerville on my daughter's 18th birthday to get her cake. That was a long drive. Austin, okay. Oh yeah, the Armadillo. I think I've heard of that. Is it still there? I never came to club down in Austin because back then we had decent clubs up near me. But I only did that like a few weekends one year because I had friends who were going, and then Tom got back from Panama and I was like, I'm done now. They were mad at me because I quit. I'm like, I want to stay home now. East side of Columbus. Yeah. Yeah, probably. In the 80s. Yeah, they didn't have any good clubs anywhere else in Columbus. And there was one place we could go that if you were under 21, they had an under 21 night, so it was alcohol free. But it was like Sunday. But I love dancing, but 80s dancing, not what they do now. Tom and I, we got dance trophies twice, 2 years in a row at the military ball. But that was 80s dancing. It was a lot simpler. I could not get one now. But they do now. The place here was called Tremors. And it was open till 4 a.m. Even though they stopped, selling alcohol at like 1:30. And we would stay till 4 and then go eat breakfast and then come home at 6 when the sun was coming up. Yeah, when 18 I could drink. Yeah, I can't do that. I could only handle that. It was a few weekends in a row and then I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Nope. I didn't go to the east. We only went to the east side like a handful of times. Have you guys heard about, if you watch like conspiracy shows, like especially Y-Files did a show on it. I love Y-Files. He does. What I like about him is he'll do a conspiracy theory, tell you the whole story, and then at the end he'll debunk a lot of it. But this one was a real story that I didn't even know about. I think it was in 78. I'm not sure. These letters. So people was getting these letters in Circleville. Called the Circleville letters. And they were saying, oh, so-and-so sleeping with so-and-so. And all this. It was a bus driver. It was a school super. And it was, I don't know. It ended up that there were signs also put out, and this bus driver, the sign said, you slept with so-and-so, blah, 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 and she got out to remove the sign, but forget why she didn't, or she saw something. Anyway, if she had removed the sign, there was a string attached to a gun in a box that would have shot her. So it wasn't just letters. It got really creepy. And I didn't even know about it. I lived and I worked in Circleville for, not even a whole year. 84, 85. I lived there so I was working there in 88 when the first Pizza Hut delivery only opened, and that's where I got in my car accident on Charles Street and a cross street, and that's a 35-mile-an-hour street, and this a-hole was the second car to run the red light and hit me and totaled my car on Friday the 13th, my second day on the job, my new-ish car, and that's where all of my pain started. So yeah, cool. Yep, I got family still in Circleville. I got them all over the place. But yeah, I found out about that later and I was like, wow. But it was way before I lived there. You got to go to Y-Files and listen to the story. I've heard several people tell it. 18, you could drink. Yeah, I can't. My stomach, I can only drink beer. Liquor and wine, no, too hard. Oh, wow. So you do know a lot of places in. So then, okay, so 'cause I try to be vague, but these are family members that are, you never figure out who they were. But yeah, I had family members in Westville, Youngstown, Circleville. Hill's department store bought several Gold Circle stores in Columbus. I was sent to Circleville to start that Hill store. Oh my gosh! That's such a small world. Wow. I lived in an apartment right behind the Kroger, and I can't remember the street name. But at that time, I worked in Mount Sterling at the car plant. And then that was after I married Tom, and we were just waiting on housing. So I left Circleville and went to California. That's cool. Yep. I used to cut school and drive all out that way all the time. Just after I got my new car in my senior year, which, by the way, I bought, I paid for, I worked, had to pay all the payments. Whoops! Oh, there went my lid. That's dirty.
Why is it a cult?
Because they don't let their Sea Org members leave, and religions let you leave. They literally have had to escape in trunks of cars. They've been ran off the road. If they think they're going to blow, that's what they call escaping. They'll put them in a room with guard. So they have 3 levels of members. They have the members that go in and pay for services. They have staff who live in their own apartment. But then you have the Sea Org that work their whole life. When you sign up, it's a lifetime. Actually, it's a billion-year contract because they think they live multiple lives. You're not allowed to have kids anymore when you're in the Sea Org. If you get pregnant, they will take you to the clinic and they will make you go to the clinic. And they house them and feed them. So they're in 3-level bunks we know in Chicago they've got 8 people to a studio apartment. And if they don't make any money, which they're not when I'm here, people aren't going in and buying books or services, they get fed beans and rice. And I know all of this from survivors that have actually escaped and told their stories. And a lot of times, the people you see in there now in uniform, they're not getting new members because too many people know about it. So I'm also here telling them that there's 2 foundations that'll help them escape. A lot of these people are 2nd and 3rd generation. They've been indoctrinated since they were kids. They don't know the outside world. They're not allowed on the internet. They're not allowed to have a phone. And they're not even allowed to question anything. That's a no-no. They'll get in a lot of trouble. They'll get what they call a sec check, which is like an interrogation. Where did you get this idea from? Who gave you this idea? What are you doing? So that's the sad part. And the other part that brought me here was, I don't care what other religions do until they are abusing children. And see, because they believe they live multiple lives, they look at their kids as big beings in little bodies because their last life, they were probably an 80-year-old man. So there's rampant child abuse because they don't treat them like children. And that's sad. And so a lot of these people, if their parents are in the Sea Org, because they used to let you have kids, or if they're staff, they'll just sign their kids over to Scientology. They'll send their kids to another state, 12, 13, 14 years old, and they're working 80 to 100 hours a week. They get $50 a week if the org makes money. If they don't, and they get fed beans and rice, and they get no medical care. I'm reading a book online right now where a bunch of us are reading it on Sundays to understand what's going on. And they put the fear of, they don't have a God, but they're deathly afraid to go to the doctor. So they don't get any medical care. And they can't tell them they're sick because if you get to a certain state in Scientology, you have powers over your own body. It will cure all your illnesses. And so if they get ill,
spiritual,
they're not spiritual. It's they call it tech. They don't have a deity. It's courses and it's books and it's classes that but if you don't have the $150,000 to $300,000 to spend to go up the bridge, what they call the confidential levels, which is what Tom Cruise and all them do, then you're going to end up slave labor in the Sea Org and staff. So they don't even know a lot of the things that I know because they're not allowed to ask questions and they haven't done the confidential levels. So they don't even know about the other galaxy they're from, or Xenu, this guy that brought them here, and why they're here. They just know that it's a prison planet and they're saving the planet when they can get people to go in and take their courses. That's what they're told. That's the brainwashing. The guy that started this was a science fiction writer in the 30s and 40s. And he did a lot of studying on hypnotism and mind control. He actually, if you heard of Aleister Crowley, he was a big fan. And he actually, when he was in California in 1945, he met Jack Parsons, who was an acolyte of Aleister Crowley. And he learned a lot of control through there. And so when he wrote his first book in 1950, I mean, this guy failed at everything in his life except how to control people. And he was really good at it. Yeah, and it's like, and I don't even try to say that people are dumb that are in there, or they're, you know, anything like that, because they have a lot of smart people that are in Scientology. The thing is, they love bomb you to get you in, and then you're in, and then it's pressure and peer pressure and coercion, and you know once you're in. So I'm here to hopefully nobody goes in, and to let those that are in know there's 2 foundations that'll help them escape. So that's what I'm trying to do. But if you're, are you interested in learning anymore? Because there's 200 of us channels now, all working towards the same goal. We call ourselves SPTV. SP is a suppressive person. That's an enemy to the church. So there's a space of all the channels, even the ex-members that are on YouTube, that I did a deep dive for like a year and a half. I was bedridden and didn't have, and I was like, oh my gosh, I knew nothing 2 years ago. And now I drive 150 miles round trip to come down here and just to be here and let students know, because there's about 10% that don't know anything about it. To let them know what they are, not to go in, and to really let them know they can get out. And there's people out here that'll help them. So, but I have their pamphlets that we confiscated, and they're going all the way to Cedar Park and putting these boxes of pamphlets in businesses that don't know any better. Yeah. So SPTV.space is all the channels, and they're split up by city. We're all over the world now. Paris, Australia, Canada, a bunch of cities here doing this. And we're showing that nobody's going in. They think they have 30 million members. They don't. They have like 30,000. And then this is my channel, and then this is the foundation. This is their personality test that they get people in. They have you take it, and they say, oh, your life sucks. We can help you. Buy this book or this course. So if you're interested, you can look at some other channels. Okay. Mine's pretty small. I pretty much just do this. But on Sundays, we're reading a chapter each week on the Dianetics book that really started it all. And we're really understanding the mind of the author, because he literally is laying out in the book what he's going to do to you. But he's saying he's saving you from that in the world. The mind control and the brainwashing and but he studied hypnotism a lot. So, and we're understanding why people get, I mean, if I didn't know any better, like we didn't have, it was before the internet, 50s, 60s, 70s, a lot of people got in. Okay, you couldn't check it out. If I'd have read some of the stuff in that book, I'd have been interested. He makes it sound really good until you get in. Even like people like, do you know who Priscilla Presley is? Elvis's wife. She became a member, and her daughter Lisa Marie Presley. And we think that we call them under the radar Scientologists. They're not really doing it anymore, but they won't speak out against it because they don't want to get attacked, and they want to keep their friends in Scientology. So there's a lot of people like that we're hoping will speak out, and we're trying to get their church status taken away because it protects them too much. They bullied the IRS into getting the tax exempt status by 2,200 lawsuits against the IRS and agents in 1996.
Well, church is just assembly of people.
Yeah, but they got the tax exempt status, so on paper, they're more protected than, say, somebody that doesn't have that status. Because cops are like, oh, it's a church, we can't do anything.
Right. Puts
'Cause
them
they-
under different laws.
Huh?
Puts them under different laws. Kind of
Right.
like the Catholic Church.
Right.
Right.
But, people know what's going on inside the Catholic Church. There's been investigations. We know what's going on. Nothing's being done here. These kids are being abused. We know this, and they cover it up because the biggest rule is you're not allowed to go to the authorities. You have to handle it inside Scientology. And so we know of one.
I've seen it, right?
She has a channel now. She was abused as a child by her dad. Well, it was covered up in the church, and they've proven it because it goes in your file, and that file goes ahead of you at every post you get. You move a lot all over the world, and you go to different posts, and everybody read that file, and nobody cared. And now the statute of limitations over. He even confessed to the LAPD. They couldn't do anything. Statute of limitations was over. So that's the biggest thing I want to stop. Is there was a girl, she'll be on that list. Her name's Laura FM, and she had a phone call with her dad a while back where because when you leave, you have to disconnect from anybody inside Scientology. And he said to her on the phone, you're not really my daughter, and I'm not really your dad. Last life, that's where I got it from. Last life, you were probably an 80-year-old man, so I don't have to talk to you anymore. And that was it. That's how they look at their kids. So that's the sad part, is the kids. And then they grow up in it, and they don't know any better, but luckily some have gotten out. And they tell us the protesting is helping, because it'll get a seed in their mind, hopefully, that they can leave, that there's people that'll help them, because I'm always talking about it outside their door. And telling them that, you don't have 30 million members. If you did, that's 210,000 per every org. I see the same 20 people going in and out every week. So, do you have any other questions? I can keep going. I did a huge deep dive with this stuff.
I haven't, I usually don't listen to criticism about organizations because I do understand there's a lot going on in the organizations and stuff.
I don't care what other churches do, what their beliefs are. That's not what brought me here. What brought me here was the kids. And kids that couldn't handle the stress that I'm online, so I have to say they unalive themselves because it's so mind controlling. You're not even allowed to have an original thought because they ask you about your thoughts. You go in and you hold this e-meter thing. It's got a needle. We don't know exactly how it works. Even the members are like, they know how to mess with it, but there's so much pressure, and they're constantly working 80 to 110 hours a week, so they keep them moving and involved, so they can't think for themselves. And if you can't talk to another member because they write what they call knowledge reports on you if you do something wrong. Even your own spouse. Even your own spouse.
Everybody practices that. Even lawyers and doctors practice that.
Well, this is different. I've never heard of a religion where you can write a report on you, on your spouse. Somebody you're married to can be like, oh, well, he said this the other day and turn it into the church.
Go to court. You'll see it all over the place.
All right. You have a good day. Thanks for listening.
I hear what you're saying, and I'll pay for you.
All right. Thanks. He listened for a little while. All right. Oh, I didn't miss anything. Okay, cool. That was a good conversation. Because, like I said, I never know how long they're going to stay. So I'm going, and I'm going, and I'm going. I'm waiting for them to be like, okay, I'm done, bye. Thanks, Susan. When they ask me why it's a cult, I tell them, because a cult doesn't let you leave. And that starts the conversation. I love that sign. It works so good. People stop all the time and ask me. Because it says, my sign looks like crap. But it says, Scientology is a call, ask me why, on both sides. So, I am not seeing any public or even staff really coming in and out. They must be, you know what? They're probably going out the back. Because remember, we went down there to the alley before and I caught a few. So I think they're getting better at getting around us. I'm going to stay a little bit longer, but I think oh, here comes some in uniform. Let's see where they go. I think that's staff. I've only seen one Sea Org, like, since last February. One come out, but you know, they don't come and go during meals. So we really wouldn't know how many's really in there. Yeah, I know. It works awesome. It's a good sign. Like I said, my new sign is going to change. But every once in a while. But one side is going to have the SPTB Foundation, and maybe I'll put at the bottom Scientology is called Ask Me Why too. Because it does spark up a lot of conversation. Oh, there's a public leaving. She escaped me. I guess I just expected people to dress differently going in to do courses, but I guess they don't care. I don't know. I guess that's the church in me. Yeah, he said I normally don't listen to criticism of other organizations, but he stayed. And I went ahead and filled out some of those pamphlets with all that information on the back. So I'm using their own pamphlets to give out the SPTV information. I love it. I need to do a trip. I keep saying this. Maybe Friday night I'll be here for the graduation. So maybe my next trip should be Cedar Park. Yeah, he will think about it. And he has the information. He kept it. So he looked like he might be transient, but with the back, you never can tell here because everybody has a backpack. So, and you never know. He might get in a conversation with somebody else. And you never know where that might go. I heard this thing one time. I wish I had the exact numbers. This guy was telling you, says, you have, in your lifetime, you will have a large impact on 8 people. And then those people will have an impact on 8 more. And it went on and on and on until you had an impact on like 800,000 people or some ridiculous, or 80,000 people. It was a lot. And man, I wish I could remember those numbers. But it was very humbling, and it made me think about the way I act, you know? So that's why I say, you know, hey Lana, I come out here and I may only affect one person in this building. And if I do, that's one person that gets out. And if that's all I ever accomplish, I'm good with that. So, whew, my goodness. But yeah, I'll be back out for graduation tomorrow night because I get a lot of public. Although the last time I was here, it was a few weeks ago, it was weird. I did ask Aaron, I don't know if you were in that live stream. I did ask, why did I see so many people in black going in for graduation? And he said, what I can tell you what it's not the RPF. He said who knows why. He said they might be doing some work. And that's what I kind of thought. Yeah, Scooter Mom, for sure. That one person, it's important to that one person. Yeah, it could change one person's life. You know, I've had people have that kind of an impact on me. So, it's worth it. Then again, you know, how many people when we're here, or did we keep from looking them up online or going in or something like that? With just the silly stuff I say about his car or his sushi. That's the kind of stuff I hope gets into people that's walking by and makes them think, well, that's weird. But, oh, here comes a bunch of staff. And there they go. They are. They're going down the alley. We're moving. Okay, I'm moving the camera, y'all. Okay. We are going to the alley. They're all coming back from dinner. All right, let's go.
But, you know. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, we're gonna move down here. Because guess what? Down here, the sidewalk's a lot smaller. So, hello. How are you doing today? She always rolls her eyes at me, so I thought I'd be nice. Hello. Oh, you're not dipping in the back? Alright, where do I want to be? You know what? I'm going to go over here. Hold on. I'm on an incline. Hello. Let's move. There we go. Alright. Camera is down. Oh, stay. Alright, there we go. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah, that big gold pin on. I think I'm just going to be nice today. Oh, he had an OT8 bracelet on, it looked like. If OTs can control mess, how come they can't get rid of us? He heard me. He had a bracelet on, and he's in all black again. That's the part I don't understand. Oh, you know what? They might be doing... No, because they don't dress like that for the purist. I don't know if anybody has... I don't think they have a sauna in there. They might. I love being super chill for them. I know, she smiles back. So I just feel like doing that today, because I've been gone. Just, you know, it just throws them off. It really does. Because that lady, she always gives me this dirty look. And I said, hi, how are you doing today? And she smiled. So, that's cool. Yeah, she's heard me say it all. So, I don't really push it when I've seen somebody like 20 times. It's the new people I don't recognize I really want to talk to. Yeah, so what time is it right now? So it's 6. So right before 6 is when I need to move here when I'm here this late. How's my battery? Oh, we're good. We're at 42%. Because my phone's not hot. I'm still thinking about getting another phone. By next summer, if I'm assuming I'm still going to be doing this, before it gets hot again, I'm going to have a separate phone. Because this phone gets too hot. I'm just going to get a third line. Whew. And just not even, that way I've got extra, all my data. I don't have to worry about getting slowed down. Because I think sometimes when I have issues, they've slowed me down. Because sometimes I don't remember when I get home to put it on Wi-Fi. So I'm on my data doing everything. But it's only happened a couple times. Whew. I gotta take my hat off. Hello. Yeah, we gotta watch these alleys. You never know who's gonna come flying down. Oh, he got a parking spot. I don't even try to park on the street. It is so complicated because you have to find. I tried to find the app. I tried to pay on the app. It's just ridiculous.
Fuck Zeno.
Yep. That's the second time that guy said that. He did. Oh, he knows. He just said that because they hate Xenu. Man, this hat is hotter than my other one. Or I'm just hot. Can't really yell anything when I'm over here until I see somebody. That's okay. I should see a few more. What time is it? I know, it looks like the crowd comes in and wants to be in by 6. I bet that's their time. Ooh, I could really tell I haven't been out here. Whew. I think my body... Oh, girl, you're blocking a driveway. Ooh, you're blocking... Okay, so you're moving back. I'm like, ooh, you gotta be careful with that. I need to do screen captures of all their faces, too. I'm gonna sit down and finally start going through my videos. I started and kind of let it go. Of all the different times I've talked to somebody to make a small clip. And hi, how you doing? But I also want to go through and get screen captures of all their faces. I don't know any of the names. I'm really bad with that. I think even if I was told, I would forget. Oh, look at this doggy in the back of the bicycle. He's chilling. As soon as it cools off, I told my puppies last night, hello. Yeah, like they know. As soon as it cools off, I'll bring one of them with me. But I won't bring them out till it's cooled off. So why are they coming down this way and not down the alley? I thought that's where everybody was gonna go. Well, you guys, I've been on here in more than an hour and a half. It's my first time back. I think I'm feeling it. So I'm gonna try to be out tomorrow night for graduation. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh, hold on. Okay, this phone's different. The other phone, it's close up second hit on the button. This one is, yeah, whatever. Depends on the phone. You too, Scooter Mom. I've been trying to get caught up on Natalie's show. So I've got yesterday's show to watch on the way home. And your show, I think I'm caught up on. But I really haven't watched a lot of SBTV this week. Plus I was watching the hurricane stuff yesterday. Alrighty, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend if I don't see you again. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. And bye for now. Where's my ex? Can never find it.